Party people in the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street. We're James with the Games. Here we are. Oh, hey, British! Hello. Glad you're here. How's your Saturday been? All right, here we are. Day 3. Day 3 it is. Episode 3 of our Live Alive remake playthrough. So let's dive in. This game uses an autosave feature. Oh, mic's low? Yep. There it is. I don't know why, but there's like a sub menu in sound settings where there's a master control on how much you're going to get out of the microphone, and it just adjusts itself sometimes. Very strange stuff. All right, here we are. Episode 3, Live Alive. So this is very exciting. Last we left our motley group of heroes. Maybe not fair to call them a group. They've never met. They live in vastly different time periods. Their storylines do not intersect. But when last we left this bunch of 7 characters, we had finished a second episode. That's 2 of 7 down. This is a brisk game. This is not a game that belabors anything for the sake of feeling epic or providing a lot of content. You know, the kid, the Wild West, he rides into town. There's a problem. He fixes it. He rides out of town. We're done. We don't need anything more to tell a good Wild West story. So that's it. Akira's story, the near future story, significantly more developed. We did, it took me more than one day and a bit of playing to finish off Akira. Whereas we did the whole Sundown Kid immediately after Akira last week. So those 2 are down. There are 5 possible paths for us to take now. We have prehistory with this little caveman dude. I do remember the gimmick, or at least one of the central gimmicks of this story, is that none of the characters speak in written language. Instead, they speak with thought bubbles that appear, or speech bubbles that appear above their head with pictures in them. The present day, where this tough dude is in a fighting tournament. It's nothing but fighting in this one. There's no exploration. There's story in the sense that he's in a fighting tournament. He's got to beat all these guys to win the tournament. Imperial China, I just don't remember. I remembered it existed in the game, but I don't remember anything about it. Because I did play this game before. Not the remake. I've never finished it. I've made it pretty far, but I've never finished it. Twilight of Edo Japan is a ninja story. It's stealth-based, sneaking around, trying to find the best way into some Edo palace that he's invading for some reason. I don't remember the reason or the motivation, but it's that kind of sneaking around, doing that kind of stuff. And couldn't say this for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if it's possible to win this one without fighting if you do really well at the stealth. And then in the distant future, there's only combat here as a side option. This is a mystery, a space mystery story that's mostly about puzzle solving, dialogue, plot advancement. So we gotta pick a path here. So get my bag of fancy dice. If anyone in the chat has a preference, anyone wants to, make a suggestion, point the way. I'm certainly quite willing to do that. But if I don't hear anything, I'll roll this unconventionally shaped D6. If we get a 6, we'll roll again. The D3. Are there actually D3s? Whenever I've seen a D3 called for in an RPG, it's explained. Roll a D6 and 1 2 is 1 and 2 3 4 is 2 and yeah. I've got... Oh, wow. Cool. I mean, I can... Yeah. I'm sure it's possible to make such a shape. I wish I... Yeah. These dice all have fancy shapes, but they're just the conventional Dungeons & Dragons dice set. Plus this very silly pair. This is a mage-themed dice set. And, Ah, yes. There we go. Okay. I was trying to envision some absolutely wacky shape that, like, you know, it never comes down flat when you roll it. It's just kind of wobbling. Yeah. This dice set has 2 D2s, which are just spell books. They say 1 on one side and 2 on the other. Kind of silly stuff. Okay. So, starting with prehistory. Prehistory will be 1, and I'll go clockwise here. And if I roll a 6, I'll roll again. Again, unless. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. You have a preference. Alright, here goes. 6. Reroll. 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright. The story I have the second fewest memories of. Because I didn't remember Akira's near future story at all. I didn't even remember when I was trying to be like, there are 7 stories and I could remember 6 of them. I was like, I just did not remember that the near future was there or anything about it, and it barely rang a bell, jogged my memory at all when I played it. It's kind of wacky. Hey, Astra. My cats had their LUNCH early, so they're just staring at me because they like me. An old Chinese master, nearing the end of his life, yearns to preserve his kung fu for future generations. With this purpose, does he venture forth from his home atop Mount Aspiration in search of a worthy successor to his legacy. Cool. This is page 1 of 2 in the description, but I found the Akira description, page 2, kind of just told you everything that happened right up to the end. Kind of takes the fun out of experiencing it, so let's just go. Here we are, Imperial China. Ha! This should be awesome. Because just in general, this game is awesome. And then, on top of that,
in time, all fades from memory. Nevertheless, for the sake of future generations, an old man labors tirelessly to preserve his legacy. A powerful martial art.
The other reason that I thought this would be awesome, and it already is I assumed the Yoko Shimomura score for an Imperial China place would be awesome. This classical Chinese music is great, and it sounds really cool so far. Earthen Heart Shifu. Be advised that names cannot be changed. Oh, you can't even name this guy. He is Shifu. You can only decide what cool kung fu nickname he has. But I'm not a big name changer, so we'll just go right ahead with this.
With a spirit unwavering as the earth, and a mind tranquil as flowing water. Yet gentle streams may surge with such strength to shatter even hardened stone.
The voice levels are a little low in the mix here. That hasn't been a thing in the other ones.
To cultivate the soul,
I think it's a choice.
surpass the flesh. To to strive for something greater than oneself. That was his kung fu.
Hiya!
Can't even
As I
shatter a
feared.
large boulder. It's time to retire.
I've not a moment to lose. I must use what time is left to me to find and train the disciple. A young prodigy, as strong in body as young in spirit. A worthy successor to my heart.
Might have even wanted to consider getting down to that before you're like, uh-oh. Just about to die. Like, you know, why not when you're 60 start training a successor? Seems like the kind of thing that might take years to master. Given that he obviously expected that his one strike there would shatter that boulder.
Shifu began his search for a young heir.
Oh, Shifu's not his name, it's a title. So you can't change his title because he is the Shifu.
Long had it been since he last ventured down from the mountains.
Okay, here we are. Actually, hang tight for less than a minute, gang. I gotta deal with this situation. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Just like I said. Okay. Well, we have some items to grab. I'm actually kind of curious though, before I even do that. Let's hop into the menu. What am I equipped with? The Iron Fist. Oh, sweet. I was like, is he wearing brass knuckles or something? No. No, the Iron Fist is just his fist. But through relentless training can flesh become as hardened steel, striking one's enemies with power and precision. Weathered garments and rough boots. Very appropriate for a hermit kung fu master to be wearing up in the mountains. Well, he's an aging kung fu master. So he's like, oh, I have a nicer pair of boots. Forgot about these. I've been wearing my rough boots. So, what can we get? Yeah, it's nothing but a step up. Sweet. And some more weathered boots. So, what is it? Earthen Heart Shifu? How can I ever see my name again? Well, anyway. Here we go. Could there be anything anywhere? He's kind of becoming a hoarder. Just hoarding nothing but boots. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad I explored the cottage. Red bean bun. Check the expiry date. Pork bun. Double check the expiry date on that one. I don't want to get food poisoning here. Okay, so obviously these buns must be healing items. Weathered garments, well that's what we already have on. But, no. Okay. Well, it's good to have extra sets of garments. If we're going to recruit new trainees, they're probably not going to have their own gi. Or whatever the kung fu equivalent of the gi is. Is it just the gi? Ah. Not a martial artist myself. Some white clover. More white clover. Makes sense. Ahead. The Mount Aspiration Summit. Well, the old man should take one last look. Who knows if this is his last trip down from the mountain. Right? Just take a minute. Enjoy the view one last time. This is gorgeous. I'm recurring to this same observation again and again. But the HD 2D style is a beautiful match for the inherently varied terrain and setting of a game with 7 different characters from all across history. And this is a great mountain. Looks real good. Awesome. Okay. So I yeah. I don't recall what the plot here might... I mean, obviously the plot, we know. A tuft of... I gotta look into what these... Bird Eye Speedwell. Oh, it's just a healing item. Really, the first of the 2 words makes it sound like it should be an accuracy increaser, and the second one makes it sound like it should be an agility boost. Oh, I love it. I think it's... I really liked it. Like, I never got around to playing Octopath Traveler beyond the downloadable demo, which I thought was pretty cool. Just never followed... I don't have time to play every game that I think seems cool. But I thought it was gorgeous there, and I think... Well, I mean, like I just said, we have such a variety of milieu in this game that just getting to see it come back in every other way. Same kind of deal with the music. The remastered soundtrack, like, this was a really good soundtrack already in Super Famicom form. Super Famicom had a great sound chip, and it's a Yoko Shimomura score. But this reorchestrated version, and it's like, 7 different genres or moods or themes. It's awesome. The game, I was reading on Wikipedia that critics at the time criticized the original Live Alive on Super Famicom for not having top-notch graphics. And I remember the graphics being quite alright. They weren't like Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger, but it strikes me that there's got to be some kind of middle ground between the literal apex of a form and then just being like subpar, right? I really liked it. But this game, this remaster is an aesthetic feast. Wow. I mean, I guess the sign the down part is at least telling you that there's a village at the base of the mountain. But otherwise, like, that sign essentially just said, climb the mountain to reach the summit, go down the mountain to get to the base. There's no need to cut that tree down to make this sign. Sorry, what did that say? Mount Aspiration Trail. Southwest to Wong Village? Oh, come on. Northeast to Yunfa Market, west to the Bamboo Forest. Sorry, what direction? Southwest. Feels like Wong Village would be the first place to go if we're going to recruit someone. Hopefully there's a talented kid in the village. Or, I guess, there's always the possibility that there's a not very talented kid in the village. That part of the plot will be about, encouraging him and getting him out of his shell and giving him confidence and stuff. Who knows? In theory, I should. I know that I've beaten this before. Not this entire game, but I've beaten this story before. North to Yunfa Market. So wait, how do I go southwest? So I need to go west and then south? Probably. Let's try it. Oh yeah. So there's west, which would take me to the bamboo forest, right? But this will take me to Wong Village. Let's check it out. Hello, sir. Be careful, traveler. A sickness is spreading here that's sure to give an old man like you a terrible stomachache. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure, sir. It's quite possible I have some kind of meditation technique to aid my digestion. I hear bandits are seeking to profit off the sickness. Huh. Who knew they had big pharma in Imperial China, huh? Incisive political commentary. Ugh. Ugh. If it's stomach cramps, then... I don't know. I don't want to just randomly give her drugs. I probably want to learn something about herbs first. Yun's been acting strangely ever since his grandmother caught the sickness. I'm sorry, did you just say that there's a young man in this village in need of guidance and assistance? Who needs to do something heroic? Ugh. Ugh. Okay, well we're not gonna... It would be not responsible to just start handing out drugs. Before we have some better sense of what the treatments are. Some suspicious looking folks have been hanging around the wagon yard of late. Well. Alright. Well, what we don't have here, at least so far, is like some kind of medicine system where we're trying to figure out which medicines treat what symptom. Everyone's just got the stomach cramps. They seem to all have the same one sickness. There are fortifying herbs that grow in the bamboo forest, which can cure the sickness, I hear. But then I've also heard that the forest is teeming with bandits, so someone's got to tell this Yun that maybe someone can help him face the bandits and save his grandmother and the village. Uh-oh. This one doesn't say stomach cramp. She hasn't... Does she have multiple symptoms? Does she have ill-defined symptoms? It must be tough for Yun, having to look after his grandmother by himself, especially now that she's taken ill. That does sound tough. If only he had a wise Shifu to guide him. Give him advice. Does Yun live over here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Where does Yun live? Is there more to the village? I came to the village instead of going to the market. It kinda seems like the village is just laid out as a market. Can't go to any part of the village that's not the market. How about that? Not quite a Morton's Fork, because I assume the other market is also a separate market. If I go to that market and it's all residential streets, you can see the stalls off in the distance, but they won't let you go to the market. Okay. Before we go to the bamboo forest, and maybe Yun is in the bamboo forest. But let's go to civilian places before we go to potentially dangerous places. I think the Shifu can probably handle himself against the bandits. But if we can recruit some assistance. It's been a while since your last visit, Shifu. Yes, it has. Do you have a second line? Nope. Shifu, you've returned! It's so good to see you. It's nice to see you too. This one brute's been running around, stirring up trouble recently. Oh yeah? No? You don't want to follow up on that? Give me a hint? I can't help your town. Shifu, as I live and breathe. Forgive my poor hospitality, but food is scarce as gold these days. Sir, are you kidding me? Food is abundant here. The volume of food here exceeds the volume of people. Unless these are all just gourd. Decorative gourds.
Stop! You've got to pay for that!
Got a feeling this might turn out to be Yun. If not Yun, then another young man who might actually potentially become the Shifu's student. Haha.
Quick, someone grab him. First one to
As
grab
the
him gets a
Kingpin
free
once said
meal.
in the
Aha! Caught you. Finally. Now, pay what you owe.
as the Kingpin
right
once
this
said in a
instant.
90s episode of the Spider-Man
I can't.
cartoon. You forget that despite
don't
my
have any
great
money.
size, I have the agility of a cat.
Oh, really? Well,
Hey, officer.
we'll just
How you
have to
doing?
find another way to settle this then, won't we?
I'm sure we can find another way to settle this.
Oh, Shifu! This idiot's been stealing food from me since I don't know when. He single-handedly brought my business to the brink of ruin. Teach the scoundrel a lesson.
I'm hoping make this dialogue choice in the hope that it's the kind of thing where I say, yes, I'll take care of him. And I take him aside and I say, that was pretty impressive footwork, young man. Kind of stuff. I'm doing well. I'm not doing any schoolwork today. Or, you know, not a student. I don't have schoolwork, but I'm not doing any work for the school today. After a very, very, very long stretch. Starting the previous Tuesday, where I logged serious hours every day, including the weekend, in and around the streams. In a chaotic period. So, and I got stuff to do tomorrow. But not today. Not today. Alright, let's see.
Very
Can
well.
we get it?
I'll say to the lad.
Wait. Please. Don't do this.
Oh, I am going to beat the oh dear. Hong Haka. This was not at all what I intended. Okay, alright. It's tough love. Hopefully, the Tiger and Dragon's Rebuke. Low damage, but weakens in all respects. Stun him. Yeah, this seems like the way to go.
Not quite.
Well, this is not going well for him. Okay, do I have any... This is a reaction. Okay. Gotta do something with medium at least. Keep things moving here. This was not at all what I thought was going to happen from that choice. Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a possibility. Uh-oh. Chili beans fire. This guy's kung fu is all about the food that he loves to eat. Unfortunately, I have resistance. Toy with an enemy. Yeah, I gotta keep believing in my heart that I'm gonna recruit this young man. And so showing off the variety of my martial arts moves. Look what you could learn from me if you apply yourself. Or maybe I'm literally just beating this young man to death in the town square to punish him for stealing food. I hope not. Ooh, big hit. Big hit. Okay, we gotta go back to medium damage. Action, reaction. Okay.
Wise fox has many secrets.
I don't feel so good.
Just surrender, kid. Nah, it's over. It's over. The final rebuke. Okay. Please don't be a literal
The
murder.
most mighty can be restrained.
I'm sympathetic to this guy.
You did well.
There. Okay, good. Respectful. He didn't explode or anything. He does have an angel halo. But I hope that's more of like a...
Such strength.
That was incredible, Shifu. Let that be a lesson to you, thief. Steal from me again, and I'll take it out of your hide.
I would want, like,
Why take without
restitution.
pay what is due?
More than I would just
cannot
want the kid to
pay
get
because
beaten
I
up.
have no job. No one will hire me. I have no skills, no trade. My words are poor.
Your footwork was good.
My body is big, as is my hunger. I must eat.
Young man,
Small people also
do
have to
not
eat, dude.
bemoan your body. It is a gift.
That's right.
Huh? But it is why I suffer. Why people laugh and call me names. How is that a gift?
Because, young man, it makes you wonderful and unique. But it is for you to decide whether you will embrace your potential or deny it in shame.
Potential?
I love this old man.
You think
This Shifu. He's great.
I have potential?
You move with the swiftness of a man half your size.
Practice. After I eat, I must run.
Come with me, and I'll see that
Shouldn't
you
run
never
right
run for
after you.
food. All I ask in return is that you take part in a few training exercises. Think of it as a job, if you like, and your meals the payment.
A job? I've always wanted a job. Thank you, Shifu. I accept.
Tell me, what is your name?
Hong. Hong Haka. When
Hong
do we
Haka.
start? And when do we eat? Ha ha!
All right. I've got a disciple now. Okay. Very good. Let's see if young Hong would benefit. Well, for one thing, apparently the clothing he's wearing counts as being naked. So I have these weathered garments. He's got the rough boots. Or weathered boots. Okay, weathered boots. One step up from rough boots. Probably because they're not scratching his feet as much. He's got a porcelain bowl as a weapon and the iron fist. Wow. How'd he get the iron fist already? What relentless training has he undergone? Okay. Might as well save now that we've officially kicked off this story. Excellent. That glutton ate every last one of my soup dumplings. It'll take ages to prepare another batch, and I'm out of ingredients. Well, you should have pushed for some kind of restitution instead of just being like, as long as you beat this guy up, I'm happy. I don't know why it would take ages to make more dumplings. But okay. A man who never eats soup dumplings is never a whole man. That's a interesting standard of masculinity. A youth with a hearty appetite should eat their fill. You're telling Hong, buddy. Why don't you have this? If it isn't a porcelain bowl. Maybe he's got the right idea. Maybe I should just eat whatever I want, whenever I want. Yeah, well, I mean, you know. Don't steal other people's food, but eat what you want. Yes. Also, it seems like all the food in this village looks very healthy. Lots of fresh vegetables. Can't wait to get his hands on another dumpling. Go and ask the Shifu to train you. I am the Shifu, dude. Now everyone can enjoy Hoi's soup dumplings again. Can they, though? Well, they're going to be disappointed when lunch break comes. I'm sure the markets will be busier than ever before we know it. The markets will prosper again thanks to you, Shifu. Why don't you have this? If it isn't a red bean bun. Shifu, you've returned. It's so good to see you. Okay, we've had that dialogue before. Let's get out there. I'm actually going to shoot back through the village once more to see if having recruited Hong changes the calculus on whether Yun is there or not. Odds are it strikes me that Yun is probably in the bamboo forest trying to find the cure on behalf of his grandmama. Speaking of the word grandmama and the concept of grandmothers. I'd never watched The Crown before, but my girlfriend watches The Crown, milady, and I guess there's a new season. And so I caught some of this recent season, like bits and pieces. Some while I was just like hanging out with her playing a game on the Switch or jotting notes down in a pad of paper or any kind of thing I can do with some noise buzzing in the background. And Danielle had erroneously thought that it was the final season. No, we still can't get past here. Still can't go over here. Alright, to the bamboo forest. Or am I supposed to just say, hey, I got a disciple now. Back up the mountain. I'll train him and then I can finally die. So, yeah, it turns out it's not the final season. But she thought it was. And so we were watching it as though it were the final season. And it's set in the 90s. Maybe early 90s right up till about 96. And in the final episode, the Alphaeds start to become featured because obviously a huge part of the early 90s The Crown plot is about the Diana Charles separation and divorce. And the Alphaeds show up as characters, and specifically you see I'd be lying if I said I remember the Alphaeds given names. I think the father's name was Dodi or something like that. But anyway, the father, you get a scene of him his son wants to marry this model. His father's like, she can't bring us any money, and he starts scheming to introduce his son to Diana now that she's available. And then with Diana, there was one scene where she was in a car, and it got really hectic with the paparazzi chasing them. And I thought it was, and then the episode ended. This was the final episode of the season, which at the time we thought was the final episode of the show. I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's artful, they're not going to do anything crass, avoid the risk of being crass with Diana's death and stuff on screen, and instead just leave us with the knowledge. This is what it all came to. Just those little hints, just the paparazzi escape in a car, and the Alphaeds starting to try to connect to Diana. And yeah, so I was like, oh wow, impressive restraint. And then we found out there's a whole other season. It's not gonna be restraint at all. It's gonna be 10 episodes that are just all about Diana's death, I assume. Anyway, I don't know. It was interesting. Dominic West played Prince Charles. And he did a good job, but it was tough. It was tough at first to get past the idea that Dominic West was Prince Charles. Okay, fighting a literal tiger. Battle music here is awesome. Chipmunk's Delight. Close the gap against a distant enemy and dazzle them with a somersault kick to the jaw before retreating. Cool.
I see.
Ooh, waffle syrup. Another thing that we're very happy about is during Friday Night Forgotten Circles last night. I hope this No, I had a feeling the tiger might get an attack in first. Oh, this old man has resistance to tiger claws. That's impressive. Ooh, very powerful. Good job. Good job, Hong Kong. If I'm reading those bars correctly, I don't know if the Shifu would make sense. Tuft of Nature's Providence. A key item. I wonder if that's the cure. For the illness. That's good to have. I saw some people talking about this, the crown. Wait, hold on. Well, sir, on Friday Night Forgotten Circles last night, we finally killed the husk. And we never have to play the Shackles Loosen scenario again. What was that? Bandits darting around. It was very, very happy, because for one thing, we didn't think we were going to be able to do it because the Craigheart was about to go down. And when it was an escape scenario, it was all, you know, usually the escape scenarios say, if any character becomes exhausted, hey, what was that? Then the scenario was lost. Fortunately, first we discovered that the text for this scenario, because it has the gimmick of the secret goal that you're actually supposed to kill the husk instead of escaping, what it actually says is, if any character becomes exhausted, this goal can no longer be accomplished, the escape goal. Okay, so we saw that, that's relief, because we know that the Craigheart's going down, because he's running out of cards. Then we had the problem that we knew this guy was going to once again get down to 1 hit point, teleport away, and regenerate probably a quarter of his hit points. And then, because he has so many moves where he doesn't move, so many possible action cards he could draw that don't involve him moving, they were like, if he teleports right back to us, we can kill him. But if he just doesn't come, we're not going to be able to get to him. And also, we have to beat him with the Sawbones and the Diviners, so we don't have like a fighting crew. But against all odds, he drew a movement card every time. He didn't do his teleport, but he kept running to us. And thanks to the rules saying if there's only one path to get to an attack, an enemy will go through traps, he was back up to 16 hit points, but he had a wound, so he was dripping a hit point every turn. And we managed to run him through 2 damage traps. So we didn't even hit him in his 3rd phase. He made it right up to us, and then he died standing adjacent to one of my ghost bird summons. Tuft White Clover. What is White Clover? Oh, wait, White Clover is already the kind of clover I found. Did I ever read what it does? Oh, it was satisfying. And it worked too, like, you know, on the one hand you could be like, oh, what a kind of silly to gimmick it so that he just runs himself into traps and dies. But the text was, when we got him down to 1 the second time and he teleported away, it was like, for a moment you see fear in his face. Like the reality of his mortality is setting in, but then it's replaced with anger, and then he says some angry thing about how he's going to kill you all. You can never understand the force that I control and all that. And then he pulled all movement cards, so he just comes charging. So it all worked. He's freaking out. He's not thinking. Of course he ran through traps. He was trying to reassert his own immortality. And now he's dead. Forever. So we're now on the second last scenario. Hey. Anybody else notice that? Wait, now they're up ahead of us. But also we're being attacked by a tiger. Alright, Chipmunk's Delight. Boom! Okay. Do we have anything that doesn't charge? Chili Beans Fire. Break through an enemy's defense with a fiery punch.
This will hurt.
Okay. So the vast effectiveness of the other thing was that obviously was hitting his weak point. Not super important, these fights are very much just here for us to learn the moves, because they aren't hard.
That's all, then.
So I think, okay, so out of the 7 characters, I think Akira, Shifu, and the prehistoric guy are the only ones that really have pure little like mini RPGs that aren't, you know, because like the Kid is more about melding JRPG mechanics into a Western kind of high noon plot.
Not so fast.
Oh, awesome. Which, who are you going to play as? I know I asked you that in the Discord, but I haven't reopened the app to find out. Oh, by the way, folks, we have a Discord.
Quickly, or else.
There's the invite link in the chat. Hand over your money. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, young lady. Hopefully we can beat some sense into her. Nice. I mean, there are no bad
I am
choices.
afraid I have nothing for you.
The game is you know, entirely built around knowing you're going to have these 4 characters.
I said I have nothing to offer. Nothing to offer that you would appreciate, that is.
That right. Don't think I'll go easy on you because of your age. In fact, I think your long life ends today.
Haha. Well, don't think that I'm going to go easy on you because of your age, young lady. Thanks, Hong. No, obviously, this is what I hoped. I bet we win, and then we get another disciple. In our Jaws of the Lion campaign, we have myself, Greg, and Lauren, the Friday Night Forgotten Circles crew. Both, like, Lauren, besides having played Forgotten Circles with us a bunch, is also very much a gamer type person. Greg, obviously. And then me, devoted most of whatever substantial brain power I have in my life to understanding and appreciating games and systems of rules. Okay, she's resistant to being kicked, so we won't use the Traveler's First Step. It would be great if I was able to dazzle her. And then we have Milady, Danielle, who's not in any way a gamer, and at that time, she's played a little bit of Forgotten Circles with us now too, but at that time, she had no experience whatsoever. Lion's Dismissal. Well, not so cocky now, are we? And, where am I going with all this? Oh, yeah. So the 3 of us, I'm the Red Guard, Greg's the Demolitionist, Lauren's the Hatchet, and we made Danielle. We didn't make her. This was the character she chose. But Danielle, who like had never touched this game, is not a natural gamer by any means, is the support and healing character. It's pretty chaotic, especially because she collects so much money, it's insane. You'd think that you'd think in every scenario we played that her battle goal was going to turn out to be collect more money tokens than the other character. But she's just a gold farmer.
How could this happen? How could I lose to this fool 4 times my age?
4
The
times.
young would do well not to disrespect their elders, nor underestimate their skill. I must say, I'm impressed.
Oh, she has a great
with their
time.
Speed and agility.
And we've only lost,
Might you
I
consider
think,
abandoning this life
once in a
of
scenario?
bigotry, and instead
so she's not
allow me to
kneecapping us
teach
that
you
much.
my kung fu?
Piss off, old man! Although, it's going to eat at me, not knowing how you run so easily. Fine, I accept. Let's see what's so great about your kung fu. But don't misunderstand me. You're not my Shifu, and I'm not your student. Once I've learned your secrets, I'll get my revenge on you.
You've a lot of spirit, young lady.
This young lady needs to be...
Oh, I'm no lady. I'm Lei. Lei Kugel. And don't you forget it.
I'm no lady. I'm Lei.
Rest assured that I will not. It is a
She's just
good,
half of it.
strong name, worthy of pride.
One of
Pride will lead you astray if you let it.
Yeah, a student who I hope I run into
Also
again, because
Albert
she might have graduated by now. This was years ago. But just an absolutely
Lead on then.
endearing
We'll see if
young
you're as
woman
good
who I
as
had
you
as a student
say.
once.
Yeah.
She's Chinese, and a lot of probably most people watching would be familiar with the convention that a lot of Chinese folks, when they come here for school or whatever, they choose a Western name, or a Canadian name. They say when they come here, but they call it an American name in America, and they'll go by that. And some of them, adopt that permanently, and some of them actually wind up not. But her name was Wen Yi, Wenyi, in transliterated to English, or to Roman letters, and her more nature's providence, and just a mere weed. She came to my office once. Oh, sorry. Her name was Wen Yi, and so the Canadian name she picked was Wendy. But I hadn't seen that yet, because very often, students are sending me emails, or I'm just looking at them, looking at my roster, and I just see what the registrar has for them. So she came to my office, and I looked up and I was like, "Oh, Wendy, how are you?" And she went, "Oh, Mr. Ross, you can call me by my Canadian name, Wendy." Anyway, it was just, I was like, oh my goodness. I get a kick out of you every time you say anything. You're so funny. The one time I did see her since she was in first year, I saw her. We were just walking on the street, and she was like, "Mr. Ross." And I looked up and I was like, "Hey, Wendy." And she went, and she started like jumping up and down. She's like, "He remembers my name!" And like her friends were like, "Oh my god, what's going on here?" The memories. Best part of the job, just constantly meeting an endless stream of cool young people from around the world. It's good stuff. Second best part, all the money. Well, I definitely think we can handle a single wild tiger now. Do you got any range? Oh, his Fowl's Violent Caress has crazy range. Let's try it. This guy's almost too close to be hit by the oh, and of course it's a charge move. What does Lei got? Monkey's Paw, Cat's Reproach, Serpent Strike, Kingfisher's Tantrum. There we go. Serpent Strike. Confuse an enemy with snake-like movements before closing the gap with a sliding kick. Kablooey.
That's the stuff.
Entry forbidden to all those who value their lives. Well, what about those of us who have internalized some meditative principles? We realize we are but a leaf on the breeze. Tuft of Shepherd's Purse. It's an interesting name. Probably just heals, huh? Yep. Maybe there is a thing about learning what these medicines are for. Who knows? Let's advance and just see what happens here. That's why we saved. Indomitable Fist Fortress. I'm inclined to say we're not actually going to do anything here just yet. Excuse me, sir. What do you want, old man? This is no place for the likes of you. Hold, fool. Get you gone, before you make me do something I won't regret. Well, another sign of the Shifu's great, mastery. So he's not going to be easily provoked, even though he could obviously clown on those guards. Excuse me, Tiger. We're also not going to needlessly antagonize the Tigers of the Forest. Wait, did I ever go up here? No, I didn't. Excuse me. This was necessary antagonism. There's no getting around this. We need as much of that stuff as we can get here. So this is a reaction. So how does a reaction that is also an action work? Can I just set it? No. It's not like a trigger thing. No, this is a pure reaction. And he'd be vulnerable to it. Neat. I'll just wait there and pass. See if... No, the tiger's not going to do a ranged attack. What was I thinking? Fowl's Violent Caress. Got a charge. And Serpent Strike. I kind of want to see the Kingfisher's Tantrum.
Did I do that?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Jeez, Hong. Just earlier this afternoon, this Hong was saying, I have no skills at all. He can beat a tiger single-handedly with 3 punches. You would never hear me downplaying or being falsely modest if I was capable of beating a tiger in hand-to-hand combat effortlessly. Got some more bird-eye Speedwell. Anyway, one thing about Jaws that I think I can warn you about, Jaws of the Lion, non-spoiler, but compared to both Vanilla Gloomhaven and Forgotten Circles, and I would bet also Frosthaven, it's just disgusting. Just like all the scenario text is just wall-to-wall body horror. Just every room description, you're like walking in a pile of organs. And just revolting stuff. Real graphic. Like David Cronenberg would read this stuff and be like, it's a bit squicky, isn't it? Can we tone this down? We don't want to make people uncomfortable. David Cronenberg would say in response to the flavor text in Jaws of the Lion. Okay. Well, going out on a limb, but it feels safe to say that the item, the herb that is represented with a key symbol, that also we found, it's called Nature's Providence. We found it in the woods where we were told we could find an herbal cure for the sickness. Let's give it a shot. I don't believe it. The pain's gone. Just like that. Oh, thank you so much, Shifu. Please, take this. This in a red bean bun. Yeah, I saved your life. Give me a free bun. No! No, we're out of time for those. I couldn't... I looked at the schedule and the thing... I don't want to talk too much work stuff here, but... I looked at the schedule and the tutorial-related activity assignment. I was like... There's no time for the students to do this. And there's no time, like, if we hand it in, it's going to come in right at the end of the term. We're going to do exam. I don't know. It sucks. But, yeah. No. That was also another thought I had was just, TAs will have an easier time scheduling gaming. If we just... Hey, an iron wok. That sounds like a weapon to me. Or is it not? It's a helmet. That's funny. Alright. Well, I feel like the iron walk is a bit too silly for the Shifu to wear on his head, but very appropriate for Hong to wear on his head. I get the feeling that we're also going to get this Yun. Right? Seems like 3 disciples. That's the kind of... You can picture an old Shaw Brothers kung fu movie with a plot where there's 3 disciples and they're all very different in their own kind of funny way, but also kind of serious. How strange! I'm feeling better already.
Wait, aren't you?
Sorry about that.
Oh, here we go.
I thought so. You're the Shifu I've heard so much about.
But that was
You have my thanks.
probably our Yun who
And
just
my
ran by.
apologies. That was my grandson, Yuin, who just ran through.
Yun.
He is a kind and considerate boy, usually. These days, though, he's not quite himself.
Would you say the young man
Maybe
needs
it's
discipline
just a
and
phase.
training?
He lost his parents when he was young, and while I did my best, there's no making up for that.
That's certainly how Batman feels. Oh no. Are there 2 more sick old ladies? Do we actually have to wield power over life and death here? Decide who doesn't get help? Free pork bun? Okay. Okay. She's the mystery symptom, and then I think there was only one mystery symptom. It's not that I think Yellow Robe Lady deserves help more than Orange Robe Lady, or that stomach cramps are inherently more serious than unidentifiable symptoms, but we wouldn't want to waste this if it doesn't fix the unidentifiable symptoms. A catfish whisker. Intriguing. What does a catfish whisker do? It looked like it was gear. It is. It's a helmet. I don't understand how a catfish whisker can be headgear. Oh! You're gonna... That's fun. The bowl can be a hat or a weapon. But I think the catfish whisker seems like an old man hat. And there's absolutely no way that Lei would be not furious about this, but first lesson, put the bowl on your head. We have a bandit situation. Probably gonna be fine. But I guess it's the responsible thing to do, to throw down a save. Let's check this out.
Where do you think you're going?
I was hoping to talk to Ewan.
Well, don't keep me waiting now.
Okay.
No. No! This won't do it all. You need to learn to pick your targets better. Now, get back out there and try harder!
He's falling in with a bad crowd, this Ewan.
Don't just stand there! Get going!
And he's not at all cut out for it.
No, I won't.
There we go.
What was that?
I did what you told me to do because I was too scared to refuse. But enough is enough. I told myself it was for her. Too sick to work now, even. But these poor people, they're someone else's elders. I can't keep stealing from them.
I'll give you a chance to apologize for your disrespect.
You're not worthy of respect. I'll not live my life as a whip dog for a bastard like you.
Ooh.
Oh, but you will. You will learn to accept your place in this world. Now, apologize before I lose my temper.
I think young Ewan is about to find what his true place in the world is. At the top of Mount Aspiration.
Whelp.
Now, if you'll excuse me,
Walk away,
sir.
old man, if you value what little life you've got left.
Talk to young Lei here about how these threats work on old Shifu.
Pardon me?
Oh!
What do you want?
Tell me, do you believe yourself stronger than this boy?
A stupid question.
And yet, in truth, you and your associates are rather weaker.
Because they lack, moral strength or something like that.
Look on me, the great Sun Tzu Wen, and tell me I am not 1,000 times the man he will ever be.
I do not deny that you have an impressive physique.
He does.
However, true strength is not derived from the body alone. And that is why I believe this boy to have greater potential than all of you combined.
Really? I can't see it.
But you're just proving my point by saying that.
That much is plain. True strength flows from the heart.
What a great game. Just how the mini RPG format, where we don't need full epic stories for these characters, lets them really be examples of the genres that they're existing in. Like Akira's was a little bit longer, but it had like a real serialized Saturday morning action feel, and obviously the kid had a kind of high noon thing going on, and then these guys' physiques actually look like their flexibility and grace looks more impressive in battle sprite form. So, what do I got here? Their weaknesses are monkey withdrawal. Okay. And then here, like, this is just so far we're just playing through a cool Shaw Brothers Kung Fu movie with an old man who wants to pass his stuff. We're in Act 1, obviously, gathering the students.
You'll be weeping blood when
So I bet we are going to get some kind of training mechanic. There's going to be a portion here that's all about being on the mountain, it feels like. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe I'm right because I'm starting to remember. Not because I'm predicting it. I feel like I'm predicting it and I'm actually just remembering. But
Really shouldn't.
it's neat stuff. Does it tag both of them?
Wise fox has many secrets.
Sure does.
I don't believe it.
Believe it, man. I just took you and your henchman out with one maneuver. So forget about potential. Your actual ability was far less than this old man.
Wait, I recognize him.
Me too. He knows Kung Fu. He's the Shifu.
Him? Forgive me, Shifu! Forgive me!
Brother!
Yeah. Then, if I knew that I lived in a region where there was an old hermit, master of Kung Fu, who lived up on the mountain,
How can you say that? I stole your money.
I would start with the assumption.
Your money. Here, take it.
Thank you. Remember the strength of spirit you found today.
Wait, wait! Please, accept me as your disciple. I see. I'm not surprised. A weakling like me doesn't have what it takes to learn Kung Fu. I'm sorry for stealing from you.
I don't understand. Why the hesitancy? I mean, it's obviously a teaching technique. I do not think that Yun has now exited the plot. Rejected. Excuse me. Oh, I'm beside myself with worry. My grandson's gone missing. He's not exactly missing. He just ran down the street ahead of us. Alright. Before I brave the bamboo forest again, we can do the... I have a feeling, actually, that the next step is to go back up Mount Aspiration. And probably there's like a cinematic or a, like a scene and time passes. But nonetheless, see if anything's going on in the UFO market. It's not going to take long. And it's awful darn pretty. No, okay. Exact same stuff going on. I won't bother talking to the NPCs. I will just feel confident that they probably have nothing new to say. Ha!
Please allow me to be your disciple. Please, I implore you.
Oh, it's that easy? I thought maybe this would be like 3 refusals until he realizes that he has to demand, sound more confident in his abilities or something like that. Allow me to be your disciple. Not please.
Well, if you insist.
Shifu!
You showed bravery in the face of overwhelming odds. I am sure you would grow much stronger whether I were to train you or not. For the power you seek is beyond no one. Be they man or woman, old or young. It matters not. For it is the will to improve, to be better. Therein lies true strength.
I see.
I do not believe you have told me your name.
I'm Ewing Zhou. You won't regret this decision, Shifu. I promise you.
Alright.
Well,
We've got our motley
it
crew.
looks as though I found my 3 disciples. I'm afraid My school has seen better days, but it will suffice. Come, let us go and begin your training at once.
You know, it's a great film. This is not a deep cut or anything. For the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, there's a kung fu movie that's almost all training. Like the whole like actual like bandits plot tension is just like a wraparound for a whole lot of training scenes in the middle. And it's great. Hey, what's this? Who lives here? Oh, is this the school?
I bid you welcome to my school.
Glad we didn't climb all the way up the mountain.
You weren't kidding when you said it had seen better days.
So this is where I'll learn Kung Fu.
But first we eat, yes? We cannot train if we do not eat, surely. At least a little, yes?
No, we must begin training immediately.
But, Shifu!
This place was further up the mountain than I expected. Maybe we should rest a bit?
Listen to yourselves, whimpering children. Bring it on, old man. I'm ready.
Yep.
We shall begin by assessing your present strength and skill.
Really simple
I'll go first.
character dynamics, but really well sketched quickly. I knew as we went from Hong to Yun that Lei's attitude would be,
You asked for it.
idiots, let's start training. Even though she was the one who's like, I'm not your student. I don't care about your training. Okay. And now we fight. Chipmunks delight. Didn't get the stun on her though. Use the lion's dismissal. Keep her at bay. I am not very good at classic 2D fighting games. One of the weak spots in my one of the weaknesses in my gaming skill repertoire. But on the occasion that I lock in and actually start doing good in Street Fighter 2, most of the time it's with Chun-Li, but every now and then I bust out Dalsim and actually manage to use the extended leg punch legs and arms punches and kicks to just keep the other player stuck on the other side of the screen, and it's very satisfying. Ooh.
Not again.
Yes, again.
Who is next?
I am.
Figured it'd be Hong.
The sooner I fight, the sooner I eat, yes?
In a sense.
Today's training is done. You may eat to your heart's content.
Sounds good to me.
And it comes sooner if you're knocked unconscious on the floor. To you, it seems like just seconds passed. We were standing here training around you after I kicked your brains in. Oh, he's resistant to the delight of the chipmunk. What's he weak to? Nothing. Okay. Neat. Well, give him a punch. I do gotta keep my eye out on hit points here. Okay, got some effects in. He's planning something. Pig's feet. Didn't actually get much done though for you, did it, kid? Alright. Wise Fox's Grace. Here we go.
Enough!
I did not think that that young Hong was going to have the knack for overcoming the grace of a fox.
With the ferocity of a life.
It's interesting. I have praised and will continue to praise the close quarters tactical grid combat system in this game. It's a lot of fun. I will say that so far in the stories that we've chosen, there's a lot of story fights where, you know, you just like, you'd have to be trying to be overcome. Alright, and now that he's down, I will humble him.
This journey begins with but a single step.
Oh, he gets another shot in. Good for him. And then, Traveler's first step. Oh, he's still in it to win it. I mean, not to win it. He is going to lose.
You've marched.
I wonder
You did well.
if there's any sense in which my performance in these fights matters beyond just win them to keep advancing the plot. Probably not.
No more.
Well fought. Now, Yun, if you are afraid, then you may leave. There is no disgrace.
No, I'll face you.
Then come at me without hesitation, without mercy.
Mm-hmm. There's no reason why Yun should be scared, really, right? At least not scared to the point of not being willing to fight. He was willing to fight 4 dudes who weren't just bigger than him or better at fighting than him, but who were totally into the idea of killing him. He surely understands that that the Earthen Heart Shifu is not going to kill him. Yuan Zhou has very low hit points, which is not going to go well for him. I also, during the brief period item in the party while we're going up the mountain, did I equip? I think I did equip him with some stuff. But, yeah. Bonk, bonk. Hey, he kept coming after the first hit. The kid's got heart. Doesn't have the slightest bit of fighting skill or physical stamina. Hey, Jarethan's playing Dicey Dungeons. You've never played Dicey Dungeons, folks?
Expectations.
Great
I have
game.
to say, this is the most fun I've had in years.
Just beating up the youth. I believe the children of the future. So let's kick them right in the guts.
Who'd have thought I'd find 3 promising disciples so quickly?
I thought
I've
you
not
would.
felt this tired in a long time. But it is a welcome fatigue. Hong, what's wrong?
Is he sneaking for food? Is he sleepwalking for food? Uh-oh. Oh, he's just hungry.
So hungry. Food.
Hong,
Are we...
even after all that, you still have cravings?
Are we sure this kid doesn't have a tapeworm? Like, maybe we should give him a day off eating and then, like, you know, hold something fragrant in front of his mouth and see.
Now then, it is vital that we improve your stamina. The air here at the summit is very thin, so you'll have to expend twice as much effort during your training. 4 bouts is our limit for today, I would say. With whom shall I start?
Okay, so the training mechanic is just fighting them. But now I'm at least getting some say in it. So I think the idea here, what I'm going to do at least, obviously Yuan needs the most training in general. So let's beat him down, do one each with the others, and then beat him up again.
I'm ready, Shifu.
I had thought or hoped that there might be some, like, you know, thinking of like 36 Chamber would be like, alright, Hong, you are the one who, today you must train to run across the barrels in the water. And it's not barrels in 36 Chamber, it's just floating blocks or something, but...
Show me what you can do.
Lei, today you do the balance challenge. And Yuan, go chop firewood and bring it back up the mountain. Still, it's not nothing. Well, I can't imagine the young man's going to get better if I never let him hit me. Desperation kick. Makes sense that his move would involve desperation. And now, a sharp rebuke from the Iron Fist. A fine display. There we go. Okay, he learned the move I beat him with. And nothing else. Okay, I wonder...
3 more rounds is enough.
We'll just go in the
How
opposite
meal
order
today.
from last time.
Show me what you can do.
So I wonder if the whole plot structure here is just Act 1 recruit, Act 2 train, Act 3 for some reason we gotta go to that bandit fortress. Probably that's what we're looking at. Okay, so I guess what we want to see here is can we teach Hong a move by defeating him with it? I'm gonna try to teach him the Lion's Dismissal at the end of all this. Sure.
You've mushed.
Big hit. He goes for his pig's feet.
Really shouldn't.
What?
Total failure. You have much to learn, Hong. Might even take like 3 of these at this point. I don't know. Let's see what it does. Yeah. Well, that's what it takes. That's what it takes. I want to see if he'll learn the move because I absolutely walloped him with it.
With the ferocity of a lion.
And he's done. Fine display.
Ha-ha!
No. Okay. It probably makes more sense.
Much better than I expected.
Really?
2
He didn't
more
land a
rounds
single hit on
should
you.
suffice.
Okay. It does make sense that their path of training would be learning the Shifu's moves from the most basic one up. I guess I was just hoping for more systemic complexity there.
I see.
Oh. Cat's reproach.
You really shouldn't.
What was that?
It's called dodging. You should try it sometime. Are these displays really that fine, though? Hey! And then she learned Lion's Dismissal. Go figure. She was watching the Shifu take Hong down with it and thinking, I must study that move to be prepared for it when he uses it on me. I pulled the rug out from under her. Turns out she studied the move so closely she mastered it. She should have tried using it in the fight. It might have helped her.
Show me what you can do.
Alright. Here we go. Alright, Yun. 116 hit points. It's gonna be slow going because he started at level 1. Just a wee young ragamuffin. If any one of these students can be described as a ragamuffin, it's definitely young Yun. And now he knows the Lion's Dismissal, which I did just knock him out with. He knows it very well. It's imprinted in his brain, much like my heel is imprinted on his forehead.
Training in these conditions is tough, isn't it?
It was nothing.
Uh-oh.
Get away from me. I don't need your help.
Oh, it's totally one of the Shifu's lessons. That you do need help. That you should accept help.
You're a lady after all. When you need it. And my mother always said I should treat ladies with respect. So let us help.
That's good advice, Hong, but
Me?
also, you
A
should
lady?
treat people with respect. And just, treat women like they're people. A little two-step there.
Honestly.
I just remember funny tidbit that I can't even remember what journalistic publication it was,
Today,
but some internet.
training to improve your speed and agility.
One sec.
Speed is not my strength.
That's not the case, Hong. We all saw you fleeing from the.
There's something odd about this ground. It seems hard to move around on.
This will be easy. I know this place like the back of my hand.
Then, let's begin.
Okay. I assume we're doing another 4 sessions here. So. Yeah, I mean, I think the strong cases for doing what I did before. Yun is the one who needs to catch up the most. Yeah, so I can't remember what online journalistic outlet it was, and I learned about this through Twitter a while ago from one of the journalists talking about it. But some journalistic outlet had looked at Elon Musk's Twitter follows and discovered that of the however many people he followed, the only woman was his mom. There wasn't any other case on Twitter where at this time Elon Musk had thought, I should make a point to hear this woman's thoughts on whatever topics she might tweet about. And the journalist contacted his people for comment on this. Why? How come? What motivates this guy to not follow a single woman on Twitter, the app where he clearly spends his entire life pouring through everything anyone says, hoping to find genuine praise for his shitposting abilities? And his people got back to the journalist to say, well, you're not looking at the whole picture because on Instagram he mostly follows women.
Let us spar, Shifu.
Show me what you have learned.
Just something else. I mean, what can they do? They gotta say something. I'm sure they realized how ridiculous it sounded. Yeah. Oh man. I'll miss Twitter. when it ceases to exist. I don't post on Twitter. I was probably born to be a poster, but I recognize that. And so long ago, I made the, you know. Okay, what? Alright, I should have thought about the implications of using a stun move on someone when you're training him. What the hell is young Ewan learning from the fact that I hit a nerve with a brutal kick, and now I'm just going to kick the shit out of him while he's lying on the ground? Now I'll toy with him, for sure. Okay, there. Alright, he learned to persevere. And now while he's on the ground, I will just kick him right in the jaw. Just punt kick. Boom, field goal. So not a punt kick. Ah, but he's mastered the Traveler's First Step. His speed went up 5. Nice.
3 more rounds should do it.
Yeah. So long ago, I realized, you know, oh man, I constantly have weird thoughts that I could probably hammer into funny tweets. And I realized if I went down that path, not only would I probably somehow accidentally ruin my career, but more importantly, I would be spending like way too much of my time like a dumb thought would occur to me, and instead of just quickly texting it to my friend for a laugh, I would be like, okay, I gotta polish this into the perfect 240 characters.
I will learn to move.
And I'd be doing all this, and I'd probably, like, you know, over the years I'd amass a Twitter following of like 3,000 to 4,000 people and then level off, and I'd be putting all this time in for nothing. I'm not the kind of person who would ever I'm not focused or ambitious enough to try to convert my Twitter following into something else. It would probably take me a long time to even put together, hey, I could use this Twitter account that's popular to promote my Twitch or something like that. So,
Rest a moment.
You rest a moment.
But if I train more, then I'll earn a greater share.
And that's not how it works, dude. We all have the same share. We're equals or something.
Show me.
But anyway, I'll miss Twitter when it's gone, but it's awfully funny watching the implosion of Twitter. It is, and it's exciting every day now to sit down with my coffee in the morning and open the Twitter app and see if tweets can load. Boom.
Not good.
Oh dear.
With the ferocity of a lion.
Oh good, she's getting a move off. Good for her.
Not quite.
What was that?
That was you embarrassing yourself, my dear.
Even the most mighty can be restrained.
Take that.
Hey, good for her. Landed a blow. It's not gonna do anything. The grace of a wise fox.
You've mushed.
I'll beat her unconscious in the dirty forest. She didn't gain a level.
No slacking now. We're just getting started. 2 more rounds.
Alright, now, Hong.
I will learn to move quickly.
Yes, you
Show
will.
me what you have learned.
I mean, you already know how to move quickly, Hong. You're selling yourself short. Aha! Wisely, he has learned to resist the chipmunk's grace. So let's just punch him. Oh man, that didn't go well for him at all. Getting all kinds of status hindrances on him.
I don't feel so
Ooh,
good.
nice hit. He can't get his bar filled fast enough. Another rebuke. from my iron Dragon End Tiger Fist. Now, with the courage of a lion, I dismiss you. You can't say he's not hardy, though. He's got that going.
You've much to
Okay, this went poorly for young Hong. But he tried. We should respect him for trying. Alright. Well, this only strengthens the case for helping Ewan catch up. There's probably a power gamer strategy here. Where, like, it turns out that, like, level 10 Hong is just unstoppable or something. Just dump all the training into him and let the other two get knocked out at the start of the fight. But
Let us spar, Shifu.
show me. what
that
you
wouldn't be, you know, like, I have lots of students, for instance. And some of them are real keeners. And not only are they keen to do well, but they're already pretty skilled. So I want to devote time to helping them polish their skills. Go to that next level. But I think I'd be really dropping the ball if I was just like, well, I should only focus on this. I should focus exclusively on the A students and helping them become A+ students.
Stand as a chipmunk.
And I'll apply the same principles here. I mean, I'm role-playing a teacher. This is a role that I play
With the
in my own life.
ferocity
I know how to
of
do
a
this.
lion.
To an extent. Well, a huge part of doing it. Hey! He's learning. Now let's knock his ass out.
You've much to learn.
He does have much to learn, but he's doing well. He employed the lion's dismissal very effectively. Oh man, even Ewan now.
I think that will do for today.
Just give me like a little interstitial before the next training scene. Okay, good. Just to get
My
some sense of
students
narrative
are
between
eager,
them.
and though they would never admit it themselves, I fear I pushed them too hard today. I should go and see how they are doing. They must be truly exhausted to sleep so soundly on such a hard floor.
Yeah, can we not
Where
get
is Yui?
mats? Just like some bamboo mats for the students? You think he'd have some beat up old mats lying around, right?
Hong has his strength. Lei has her speed.
You have your spirit.
I've got to find an edge. I can't lose to them.
You're thinking about this the wrong way, though.
Oh, Yun.
Kind of chilly. One sec. Turn the heat on here.
Well done, everyone. You have all demonstrated sufficient mastery of the fundamentals. Henceforth, we will face one another not in sparring matches, but in true contest of strength. In so doing, you will learn to draw upon the power within.
So those vicious
This is what
beatings
I've
he
been
was giving
waiting
them
for.
weren't true contests of strength.
If we win, we will be rewarded with a feast.
In a real battle, your opponent will be fighting to kill. Which is why I shall be holding nothing back today. They've all become much stronger. I can manage 4 rounds at best. Now,
That's the same number
who
of...
shall I challenge first?
Shifu. That's the same number of rounds. He should really be keeping a clearer training log. to avoid this kind of error. Okay, let's look. Oh, so Yuan has caught up to Lei. Still feels like probably, I mean, like, he's caught up to her in the level that he's in. But is he any good compared to her? Where do I... I guess I see their stats in the equipment screen. Let's see. 25, 27. He's a little stronger than her. His special attack is much greater. His defense is greater. And we haven't even given him any clothing or anything. We have nothing to give him. Okay. So I guess... I mean, give them each one, obviously. And then decide from there. But let's, we don't always have to start with you.
I've been waiting for this.
Show me your all.
Oh wow. She's a higher max hit points than him now. I didn't manage to stun her. She's got that move scouted. Defense down.
Not quite.
What was that?
Maybe when she says what was that, she does seem like the type who would be very self-critical. You know what I mean? Oh, what was that, Lei? You can't even hit an old man.
Really shouldn't.
How long have we been up in these mountains? You still just think of him as an old man? I assume when Shifu said, "I will hold nothing back," he didn't mean, "I'm going to kill all three of you in duels to the death today." But let's find out. That'd be a dark twist. The Shifu recruits young students so he could defeat them and drain their youth, so that extending his own life and keeping his kung fu alive. Bum bum bum. Alright. Very good. Very good. So, is the disciple's physical attack increased by 5 screens separate from the level up? I don't know.
Today, I hunger for victory.
Show me.
Great wordplay, Hong. Showing that spirit. Oh, right. Hong laughs at, Ooh. Wow. Oh. But I immediately counter with the same move. This is the problem when you're fighting someone who taught you everything you know.
You've matched.
Boom. We've locked his punching ability. Should have known he would do the pig's feet again. I wasn't going to get out of range. Ah, well. Lion's dismissal. Especially should have known it would be the pig's feet, given that I disabled his arms. Okay.
The longest journey begins with but a single step.
Hey, let's get another shot in. Landed a few hits.
Be back.
I don't feel so good.
Alright. And now. Just, no. Why would I rub it in by beating him with an attack he's resistant to? The goal here is not to rub it in. Like if my students came to me with their drafts to get some feedback, and I just dunked on them about how they're bad writers. Okay, yeah. The disciple's physical attack increased by 5 is separate from the +3 there. Cool.
That's 2 down. And 2 to go.
I'll do my best.
Basic film structure would suggest that this is the third and final training session. Much like in Act 1, we had 3 separate recruit a young disciple scenes.
Show me your all.
And much like presumably after Act 2, the training, we will have Act 3, a thing where all the students apply their training and learn a lesson. All that kind of stuff. I don't expect Shifu to die at the end. Be like, now you are wise and will go on without me. But I bet he will say something to them about how they've truly learned Kung Fu. The real Kung Fu was inside them all along. Hey!
Not quite.
Didn't work.
It didn't. Try again.
Really should
It didn't work.
No, but it was a... Hey. 2 good tries. Now, guard your teeth.
The longest journey begins with but a single step.
Bum, bum, bum. He's learned monkey withdrawal. Good for him.
Just 1 more.
Okay. Let's go back to the stats for a moment and decide. None of them are going to get a level up off this. So, I think the whole question is going to be, what are their physical attack stats? Oh, wow. Shifu only has 14 for physical attack, but his special attack is extremely high. That's the mastery of martial arts right there. Okay. 40, 35, 38. I guess they'd both benefit. Let's give it to Lei. Don't want to play
No
favorites.
holds barred, huh?
Even though
I've been
I
waiting for
suspect
this.
in the Shifu's heart of hearts, he does have a soft spot for Yun as his favorite student. This will be, I am interested later on today when I'm done the stream for now. Or probably wait until I've completed this scene and off the stream. This character plot. But I'm very interested to look into it and find out, is there anything to the training besides just picking who's going to get the training? Does your performance in battle matter? Does the type of moves you use matter? Does their performance matter? Like if they're landing more hits, are they benefiting more?
I see.
Oh man. It's not going well for her.
You've marched.
And we're done.
That's all for today.
Ooh, I wonder if Act 3 the Shifu can't come for her.
Are you okay?
Do the students have to
I'm fine. Don't worry.
get a cure for him
Rather,
from the bandit forest or
Take
something like that?
heart. For my exhaustion is welcome evidence of your tremendous improvement. I'm in need of rest. If you would excuse me.
Doody 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 doo.
In time, all that begins must come to an end.
Be hilarious if it just ended now.
The Shifu realized
But
he
I
had
don't
little
think that's.
left to pass on.
I
to
think we're
his
going to
disciples.
Act 3 now.
And that their long days spent training would soon be a thing of the past.
Very particularly impressive of Hong to just hold that high kick pose.
Today's lesson is perhaps the most important. Listen well. You have all become very strong indeed.
Nice.
But remember,
Well done.
true strength is more than the power to defeat your enemy. It is the power to defend yourself and that which you hold dear.
Shifu! Shifu!
Inciting incident.
It's you! Whatever happened, I didn't do it.
The bandits have attacked the village.
You? Bandits from Wong. They're terrorizing the people of Yuefa.
Oh, hello, Pickle
It's
Packles.
from one.
One sec.
You
Let me
say.
turn off the auto advance.
It must be
There we go.
Sun Tzu Wong and his gang.
There we go. Okay, so let me count them up. In total, of the 12 possible training sessions, I gave 5 to Yun and 4 to Lei and 3 to Hong. I tried to... I'm not a power gamer in any way, so I tried more to think, if I was a wise teacher, what would I try to do here? And I thought, well, Ewan needs the most training, obviously. But we're not going to neglect Hong, even though he's more developed, or Lei, even though she's more skilled.
They probably
Balance in
thought
all
they could
things.
go to Yuanfa and carry on like before without attracting your notice. I'll deal with them.
You will do no such thing. Strong as you've grown, it will be foolish and reckless. Do not misunderstand. I dare say you could defeat one and his entourage. But what will happen then? Others will come and the people of Yunfa will suffer. Violence begets violence. Hate breeds hate.
This is true, Shifu, but there is violence and hate already happening.
You have all honed your bodies and minds, but your hearts are yet wanting.
But, Shifu!
Fear not. I shall go to Yunfa.
Shifu, how is this any different?
You three are to remain here and continue your training. Is that clear?
Yes, Shifu.
How wise is this Shifu really, if he doesn't think that his students are going to show up at a critical moment?
We'll be waiting for you, Shifu.
I'm sorry, Shifu. I did not mean to speak out of turn. Please, take care.
I know. Stay here and train, right?
Alright, to the Yunfa market. Here we go. I just saved, right? And yet here I am, saving again to be sure. Oh yeah, I clearly did. Oh well. Doesn't take too long. And away we go. At a steady trot. Oops. Should also just confirm to myself. I do believe I remember what the Yunfa, which one is Yunfa. Because the village was Hong and the market was Yunfa, right? Oh, come on, signs. Can we not just put all the information on a single sign? There we go. Obviously, that's also where the Hoya restaurateur was from, so that could have also been a cue that I relied on. Here we go. New dialogue? There's no telling what those bandits will do if you don't stop them. Please, Shifu, you've got to do something about those bandits. Shifu, thank goodness! The bandits are further up the street. I don't know that we're going to get a whole lot of important lore from talking to all these NPCs. There's no telling what these bandits will do if you don't stop them. Those two old men are both on Facebook, so they've seen the same meme about how there's no telling what these bandits are going to do. Just repeating the same ideas. They're all in a group chat together, sharing the same memes in a circle.
And enough food for an emperor's banquet.
And plenty of women to keep us company.
Gross, man. But yeah.
Shifu, what are you doing here?
What on earth do you think I'm doing here?
I ask you to leave this place at once. I do not wish to hurt anyone. Not even you.
Don't be so quick to presume it'll be the same as before. I now follow the teachings of the Indomitable Fist. I have endured training more rigorous and relentless than you can possibly imagine. Allow me to show you the new techniques I have learned.
Oh, I always will especially in a game as small and contained as this. Yeah, every time anything's happened, let's talk to every NPC again, see if there's anything new to say. If they have anything to give me.
Enough!
You'll be weeping blood when I'm through with you.
That is a very impressive thing to say in the fight, but oh man, buddy. All this rigorous training, you didn't level up enough to get more than 124 max hit points? He's probably working too hard. He's not taking rest days.
How'd you do that? Now you're making me mad. Come here.
Not quite.
And now we dismiss him.
I don't believe it.
That's all.
At a certain point, what Sun Tzu Wang should work on is developing a more realistic ability to self-appraise.
Impossible. How could I lose again?
He didn't really seem to have developed any new skills or
This isn't
techniques.
over, old man.
That's what really hurt you.
Ode Wanli will put pay to you in that rotting shack you call a school. Mark my words.
Brother!
Oh, lackeys.
Ode Wanli. Does he lead this indomitable feast?
You did it! I knew we could count on you, Shifu.
Among other things, Sun Tzu Wang really should have just done all his training and then gone and found a village that is not at the base of the mountain where the Shifu lives. I guess part of it is he wanted to avenge his honor, but he certainly hasn't done that. Ooh, getting new equipment. Ooh, I'll share this with my students. I'm thinking the Panda Charm. I guess we'll look at the stats. Panda Charm feels like it's a hung piece of equipment. Oh my. Alright, good misdirection. Shifu must have been quite relieved. What? You don't want to give me a bun or anything? Okay. Hey, now we've got the soup dumpling. Pork bun. Excuse me, sir. Scroll of martial secrets. What secrets could this beatmonger possibly have access to that the Shifu does not already know about through the oral tradition? Pot lid. Young Ewan can put that on his head. Probably. Beijing pot. Bottle of Tiguani. Probably just restores a moderate amount of hit points. And remove queasiness and sleepiness. Excellent. Equipment, but also a master chef could use it. Oh. Pot lid's not to be put on the head. And earring. Okay. I thought there was a secondary chance that it would be aimed at Lei on account of panda bears being an imagery type that sometimes associated with young ladies. Quite frankly, if every time I did something heroic and saved the village, everyone just loaded me up with red bean buns, I would not complain. And... nope. He's only offering me gratitude. Awkward. Tiger glove? Tiger attire. Awesome. I think we'll focus on distributing this to the students. Alright. Feeling good. Well done. Earthen Heart Shifu. Back up the mountain. How much for time? Oh, I'm pretty good for time. Seems like a decent chance we finish the Shifu story today. Whoops. I'm going to the peak, which I don't need to do right now. Unless I get back to the school and no one's there. Because my first instinct then would be to look for them at the peak. Lots of footprints.
Lei. Stay with me, Lei. Lei. Lei.
I got to assume Lei's not dead.
Home. Wake up. Home. Open your eyes. Home.
Can't both have been killed.
Huh?
No.
Show yourself.
Shifu. I'm sorry, Shifu.
Yun. You're alive.
Oh. Oh.
Please forgive me, Shifu. It's all my fault. Disciples of the Indomitable Fist came. Angry, violent men. Lei and Hong tried to fight them off, but I was too scared. And now they're both dead. Because of my cowardice. It's all my fault.
Yun.
Shifu, I've dishonored you and your teachings. So please,
No, you.
denounce me. Cast me out.
Don't be a fool. If you left, what would come after? A life of bitterness and regret. A weight you would carry till your dying days. You owe it to your fallen comrades to stay, Yun. There is much you can yet do.
For Lei and Hong.
Linger not in sadness. Nurture the mournful heart, that it may lead you to walk the true path once more.
So I guess on a second playthrough, there's a strong incentive to power game.
This burden is not yours to bear. It was I who moved this man to act against us. There will be a reckoning. The Indomitable Fist will answer for their deeds this day. Lei, Hong, I am truly sorry. Neither of you deserved this fate. My time draws near, and I shall join you both before long. Until then, rest peacefully.
Wow. I'm stunned that this one
Pay
didn't stick with me.
attention. Miss
'Cause I got-
nothing.
Yeah.
Observe everything. My strength wanes, and so I may be able to perform this only once. Every breath carefully drawn. Every movement subtle and sudden. The culmination of my life and my art. With mind's eye and open heart.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
And learn.
Shifu!
Completely grazed me. I mean, it was like 20 years ago.
Technique is my greatest secret.
But I've played through this before.
Heavenly
This is a
pieces.
really
Strong as you
striking
become,
plot.
you cannot yet perform such a complicated attack. Yet perhaps, in welcoming wisdom into your heart and soul, when the time is right, it will be yours to wield. Quite soon, I think. given the prodigious skill you have demonstrated already.
And like in keeping with the
That's
you
all
know,
for today.
Shaw Brothers
Now rest. You have earned
kung fu movie angle here, like this would be a remarkable third act twist
to pay my respects
in
to
a
the
like
students I
top
have
tier
lost.
Shaw Brothers production. It's really quite something here. Wow. I'm gobsmacked here. It's still sinking in. Oh my goodness.
I'm proud of you. Please, stay here and rest.
I will. Thank you, Shifu.
Okay. Well. Weird. Attack will go down to 0, but physical attack will go up slightly. I guess I can also do this. I guess for now? Okay, for now I'll give the tiger attire to Shifu. I'm assuming Yuan rejoins. And actually, you know what? In fact, on that assumption, I'll just hang tight here with the current loadout. That is the one way in which the variety here does fall down a bit, right? Such a wide array of characters. And it's not like, because there are like female NPCs, they're not written badly or dismissively. You know, Annie she's a fair bit braver than all the townspeople. But yeah, there's it's my own. I should like. I know I have a feature where I could set a chat rule. It's technically not even a spoiler because I've done this before. But if we could let the things happen as they. Okay, thank you. That'll do. I think I know what you're talking about, but let's preserve it. I was not paying enough attention. Am I just go? I think we're just going. We're just going to the Iron Fist lair. I mean, if I'm wrong, it's not like this is such a big map that I'll never be able to get back on track if I go off. Man. Genuinely shaken by this twist. I haven't fully recovered. I guess it goes back to what I was saying about how effectively, not super deep characterizations, but how effectively sketched in the characters were that I got attached to them quickly. Excuse me, sir.
What do you want, old man?
I would like
This
to.
is no place for the likes of you.
And yet, this old man must pass.
Why is one of the
Business
guards
with
Australian?
your master.
Australia doesn't even exist. I don't know who my favorite was. But I don't think it was you. Like, I mean, I like you. But honestly, I think if I had been consciously deciding who's going to be alive in the third act of this story, I probably would have been going back and forth between Hong and Lei. And once again, yeah, I know I've played this before. It was Super Famicom with the translation patch. I don't remember how it played out for me back then. Because it was very much a Case where, like, I vividly remember Sundown Kid's story. Pretty strong memories of the prehistory story. Obviously, there's like barely a story to the present day, but I get the gimmick. I remember the gimmick of the Edo Japan one, and I remember a fair bit about the far future. And then I remembered Imperial China was in it, but nothing about it. Yeah, he did pick up moves quickly, like at the lower levels. I could tell that. That was well communicated in the characterization and the plotting. Just yeah, when you have the guy who's at a crummy low level and he's unimpressive, but also the old master has said he sees so much potential in him. Yeah, obviously this is the guy who, as we raise him up, he's going to stand tall. All right.
It's him! The Shifu!
Okay, good. I was like, this is gonna be
will be well rewarded.
a bit of a letdown if if the guy at the head here is the leader. Ha!
Please, Shifu, let me help you.
You shouldn't have come.
Oh, come on,
I can
Shifu.
fight. I can. And I won't get underfoot, I swear. So please. I owe it to Lei and Hong as much as you do. Let me fight by your side.
Man, reaction time on these goons, not great.
Prepared?
Shifu? Yes, I am ready.
Yeah. It's all his anger at himself directed outward very effectively. Just kicking dudes' teeth down their throats. Kablooey. That's how we do it. The grace of a monkey. Now we dismiss you. Alright, sorry. The grace of a wise fox. Vulnerable to monkey's withdrawal. I got bad news for you, buddy. Low damage ain't gonna save you here. Nice touch that the Shifu has no levels left to gain. Again, the memories are not there for this one, but be a cool tag on the end if Ewan sets up the school of the Earthen Heart in this awesome forest temple. Once we've emptied it out by beating all these dudes' brains in. Nice, resistant. Never mind then. Pow.
It didn't work.
It's interesting because I love this game when I originally played it, and like it always stuck in my head, and yet I never sought to replay it. And yet, the more I think about it, and the more as I finish these chapters, I just go and learn of it. There really is like there's some replayability to this. Just the different possibilities in some of them. Like I don't know.
Release the tigers! Quickly!
Sundown Kid, I guess you could do even better at the trap laying phase. trained combat tigers. That's impressive. These tigers hate being kicked.
Really shouldn't.
Well, they're gonna need... for role-playing purposes, I shouldn't be doing the desperation move anymore when Yun is proving himself. Even though as for game purposes, it's always just fun to do a different thing. Not have them both use the same attack.
Longest journey begins with but a single step.
Ooh. No more insulting way to finish off the tiger than with the lion's dismissal. Yeah, you're a pretty big cat. I don't know that you're the king of the cats. Chipmunk's Delight. You boys should have got in here while the tigers were also in play. Then again, this is a kung fu film. Tradition holds. They should stagger their attacks so that we can beat them in sequence. Fill this water up. It's 3 weeks in a row now that I've come into Saturday being like, I'm gonna do a bunch of Live, but also a little bit of Lolo. I think it's once again not going to happen. At some point, gotta get back to finally defeat Lolo 3. Hey, pal. Great leadership you showed just now, I must say. Just staring stupidly. While both your attack animals and your henchmen got their brains kicked in. And then, what did it get you? Now you gotta fight by yourself, and you can't do it. Can't get him down, though. You tried, but you can't. Traveler's first step.
Longest journey begins with but a single step. That's all.
Yeah, that's right. Awesome. Well, I guess I should poke in the corners of the map here. But I didn't... Nah. I didn't feel that anything was going to reveal itself. Oh well. On we go. Hey, gentlemen. You should have tried some sort of ranged weapons from the balcony. From the mezzanine. There were things you could have tried here. Instead you chose...
The monkey's speed is mine.
Charging foolishly. And then... Yeah. This one, tandem monkey withdrawals. Nice.
Great.
Well, revenge is important and saving the village. But let's see if these guys have any red bean buns. Oh. And, shouldn't I? Yes, I should. Yeah. Defense of 1. Let's see what we can do about that. Ooh, it ups his physical attack, too. Oh. Danielle's here. I should be a gentleman. Go say hi. Hang tight, gang. We'll be right back with you. And we'll get revenge. Yeah, we are breeding hate. Big time. Alright, hang tight, gang. Right back with you. Okay, back at it. So, what else can we... Yeah, weathered boots are better than rough boots, as we know. Less scuffy. You can use a pot as a shield, or a pot lid as a shield, but the pot is more effective. Can't unequip your own hand. Do I want to give young... What happens to me here? No, let's keep our defense equivalent. Alright. Alright. Vengeance time. You know, I suppose the hate doesn't breed hate if you're... This is why we're chasing down like the individual guys that don't even run at us. Like that one leader right there. The hate can't breed more hate if you've kicked all the haters to death. Confucius say. Gotta say, as we learned from Siegfried and Roy, there's some serious risks involved with training white tigers, period. Training them to be attack animals just seems like a huge risk. But it's working out for them. It's not working because we're easily defeating the tigers, but it's working out for them in the sense that they don't open the tiger cage and the tiger just jumps right on them and eats them. Over to the corner of my eye I saw. There's a bun in one of those earthenware pots. Excuse me, young man.
Great!
Nothing there. Peach bun. Ho ho! Now, we can both have fine boots on. Shilin boots. Whoa, look at that speed boost. Now he's going to be as quick on his feet as the late lamented Hong. Yeah, come get it, buddy. You will succeed where all of your goon buddies failed, surely. I don't think he is going to succeed, actually. Where his friends failed. This, on the one hand, it is sort of suitable to the Kung Fu movie structure, that we're just cruising through these guys. On the other hand, like, there should be like a mini-boss at some point, right? Like, or something. It's not super dramatic.
Enough. You did well.
I probably could. There'd be some like silliness to it because of the way we're being kind of funneled here. That you'd have to like bait them into the plaza and then run in a circle. I mean, maybe that's the stretch goal. To actually just not beat them all. Beget more hate. Well. We'll avoid some of them at least. Oh, no, we won't. Unless these are all from the one. Which seems unlikely. Whoops. Oh, I see. Okay. Take these two out, probably. Unless, are these all the 100 hit point ones? They are! Okay. I still don't think they're gonna do much to us, but this is a fight. Oh, we finally get to see the unseen bow's arrow. Oof! That was not a gentle strike. I don't need the strength of Lion's dismissal here to beat this guy. Yeah. For insult purposes, let's beat him with something he's resistant to.
Yes.
There. Okay. Okay. They're fighting. Good for them. See if it does anything for them in the long run.
The monkey's
speed is mine.
Okay. Oh, but... Okay. Knock this guy away. Hopefully, buy the old man a chance to sort through his giant bag of buns. Find just the right bun for the occasion. Oh yeah, just have a red bean bun. It's the bun that I would
I hope
choose.
this works.
Hope it works. It's a bun, sir. It's definitely going to perform as advertised. Do I have anything to hit him? Yes, I do! Chipmunks to life. Okay.
Step lightly as the chipmunk. You really shouldn't.
He's down, but he's not out. Even from his knees, he roars like the lion. Oh! Thought we would have had him. But you know what? I think we can get him now. Victory! Excellent. Good stuff.
That's all, then.
Oh, yes. Excellent. And he's got the Wise Fox's Grace. That's good. Now we both have an area attack. And just look at those stats. Just shooting up. He's reaching his potential. It is a real shame that this all had to happen for him to reach his potential. I don't want to hurt you, cat.
It's the Shifu.
There. There, now we're living the principle. Wasn't necessary. Okay, here we are. A mini-boss type fight, it seems. What do we got here? Ah! Shunshan Pai, vulnerable to the lion's dismissal.
With the ferocity of a lion.
Ooh, exceptionally vulnerable. Well. Ooh, they're tough though. Are they tough enough? Probably not. Hopefully this hits him enough. I think the withdrawal will probably be for the better since the guy behind him is all getting charged up. There's a lot to be said for this battle system, even when it's not really throwing major challenges at you. I quite like it. It's getting me very excited. Possibly the next game when I finish this on Saturday. I'm not sure. I can never commit to anything with that much confidence. But I've been talking about doing a Pool of Radiance for a long time, and that's certainly a game. Not that I've ever played more than an hour of it in my life, but that is a game that does close quarters, tactical, grid-based combat beautifully. So there are a lot of things you could say for modern D&D and its rules. Certainly friendlier to beginners. More balanced. Balance is the main thing to strive for in a role-playing game. But in just tactical purity. Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. First and second edition, really. Just great stuff. Of course, I also want to go back to the Quest for Glory series, finish that off. Starflight 2, Trade Routes of the Cloud Nebula at some point. Gotta finish Lolo 3. If only there was more time in the world. Or if I wasn't having such interesting opportunities in my career. Why? Why did it have to happen? Why do things need to be going well for me? Cuts down on the time I have for playing video games.
I'm sorry. Not quite.
Good try, kitty. But, didn't quite come through for you. Monkey's withdrawal. Classic. Oh. Just don't want to be standing next to you when you throw up before passing out.
You did well.
One thing I absolutely love about old D&D tactical combat rules is the rule that spellcasters can't cast if they've been hit in the round. It adds so much to your planning and your thinking because spells are extremely powerful in old Dungeons and Dragons, and especially even just the level 3 fireball spell. It's just a devastating spell, and so you get into a fight, there's a bunch of wizards. It's holy smokes! Oh wow!
Welcome, Shifu.
You are the master here. O.D. Wan Li, I challenge you.
We meet at last. I see you have brought your surviving student. I must say, I'm impressed you have made it this far. A man of your age. But you'll find the fighters here are made of sterner stuff than the youthful dross you dispatched. Against their combined strength, you would not stand a chance. But a man of honor would never stoop to such cowardly methods.
Then what was the gang that attacked our school?
Yeah, Ewan makes a good point.
That was a discordant rabble. They rely on numbers to carry out their tasks, yet still fail to do so all too often. So, by way of apology, I shall deal with you fairly and justly today. I present to you your opponents. Senshi and Sushi. Ishi and Ershi.
Taking out the whole Shi family.
Cha, Sha Cha.
The Shis, the Chas.
Cha, Pei Cha. 10. Lin. Shen, sisters 3. And finally, Yi Pei Ko. You shall fight all in turn. Defeat them, and I will accept your challenge. And now, let the revelry of blood begin!
Oh wow, we're literally gonna go. Is it entire families? Or are we fighting the younger brother pair first? Yep. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see how long it takes.
I am Sushi, and you are mine.
Oh, sweet. So they're not carbon copies.
Time to shine.
Is it cool that they recorded unique dialogue for the battle cries for Sushi and Sanji? who are not going to last.
With the ferocity of a lion.
Oh, wow. I was sure he'd be finished. This guy's definitely finished. Banished him to the land of wind and ghosts.
Really shouldn't.
He's resistant. Ah, hardly matters. What was his resistance going to do? Save him from that? Reduce the any attack to like do 2 damage? Probably not.
You did well.
Look at this kid go. Hey, hey. Now he's got the unseen bow's arrow. He's mastering all of the techniques of the Earthen Heart school. I gotta figure we're fighting the Sisters 3 simultaneously. What might these guys... They're weak to just being kicked? Oh, man. At any rate.
You've mushed.
They hit on both. Now they're forbidden to kick. Oh, but they have counters.
That's good.
Soon all will know the name Shi.
Oh, yeah. When they're telling the story about the time that Shi got his ship pushed in. Oh, whoops. You see what I did there? I erroneously assumed that we'd have identical strengths and weaknesses. I don't think my error is going to save him. No? But he's hanging in. Bowman's release.
Ishi is number 1.
Keep going with the Wise Fox Grace. 1 down. His feet are all messed up. Well, he's fighting with bare feet. You definitely...
By the glory of the Yellow Dragon!
Oh yeah, how about this glory? Kick you right in the junk. If you fight barefoot against an unscrupulous opponent, you're opening yourself up to some serious disabling attacks.
You did well.
Whoa, unfocused for a minute there. Minute. For a moment there. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, it's going well. Onward. Still 2 at a time, but again, I definitely think we're gonna get the 3 sisters. But that doesn't even cut down on the number of battles if the old man is still in battle. Oh well. Tongcha. Oof.
Should feel honored to die by Tongcha's hand.
Oh, what's this now?
Not so sure that you're going to do me said honor, sir. Let's find out. It's not looking good. My several attacks are sealed here. I guess my feet are implicated in all of these moves, in the Chipmunk's Delight and the Wise Fox's Grace. Monkey Withdrawal will actually wind up with me being closer to the other guy. Not that I'm really going to get far from him doing this.
With the ferocity of a lion.
Nice try though, Tongcha.
I am Cha-Cha. Remember the name.
I'll probably remember Cha.
Now.
Okay. The master needs a bun. Keep hoping to see them uncork the unseen bow's arrow. Oh, whoops. I didn't look at his unique weaknesses and strengths. No one likes taking one in the junk, though. Okay. You know what? I think... Oh, jeez. I'm even stuck in position. Try a pork bun. To all allies within the area. Oh, too cruel. Too cruel. You pass. Let's share a pork bun, Shifu.
This should help. There you go.
Should have brought pork buns of your own, huh? Okay, he's resistant, but he's weak to, whatever this symbol means. He's weak to the monkey's withdrawal. Is that feint maneuvers? Who knows? What's important is we both know how to do it. I've taught him well. You're done, pal. Nice try. Thanks for playing. And on to the next two. Feicha and Nancha. Weak to fire, the one thing we don't have. And resistant to punch and monkey withdrawal. Well, hey, it'd be great if the somersault kick to the jaw here stunned him.
Oh dear.
Peicha will be your death.
Ooh. Get a really cool name for that move. But I'm not sure what else it did for you. Fallen King's Wake. Madman's Rampage. He's got all kinds of cool move names. Meanwhile, his brother can't get his shit together at all. If
You've much to
take away his kicks and or punches. Took away his kicks. Ah, the Madman's Rampage is not a kick. Ha! Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what kind of attack it is when you miss. One down. Okay. Halfway through this one, then 2 more to go, and then we fight the big man. Resistant. Oh, but he's just weak to being punched.
I see.
Definitely at some point in your martial arts training, you should have asked your master to teach you some moves. Some defensive maneuvers that can counter a punch. It just seems so very likely that you're going to be confronted with a punch at some point in your fighting career. Okay, we're gonna try... Ooh, that's cool. It's good to know that's there. I'm gonna try to keep it simple with this minor healing. Who knows how hard the remaining fights would be. If we can conserve items, why not? I don't know if that'll do anything for us in the big picture, but this seems like a good time to monkey withdraw. Would like to do more damage though. Okay. Living on the edge at the moment. Damage medium. More than anything, we want damage here. Alright. What do you know about hardship, pal? Let me show you some right in the belly. Blades authority. Uh-oh.
This isn't going well.
And of course, the Shifu is stuck. Oh no. The big problem here is that I don't want him to take... I want Ewan to get the experience for this fight. I've probably lost the hope of doing that unless... This seems too good to use right now. Even in a mini RPG, I'm doing the can't use this good item yet, it's too good thing. Well, pork bun's obviously like better than the red bean bun. Not in deliciousness, but in the fact that it's an area heal. Yeah. Sorry, Yoon.
I failed you.
No, you haven't. You'll be right back up at full strength in just a moment. Which actually shows great fortitude.
Even the most mighty can be restrained.
Okay. As long as he doesn't completely overwhelm me, which obviously he has failed to do.
Not quite.
No! Not quite indeed. And now, forceful rebuke. Okay. Sucks to lose out on the hit points. Or the experience points, sorry. But
That's all.
hey, I knew. Ooh. Take comfort in the fact that we got a sweet new glove. Which will improve his defense. Yeah. Can't replace the Iron Fist, so yeah. Boom. Have we been getting other stuff here? Nope. Okay.
Interesting. You more than live up to your reputation, Shifu. But how will you fare against the Sisters 3? Let us see.
All of his other top henchmen laying in piles of their own blood, pools of their own blood on the floor, clutching their teeth. Ooh, I like that the sisters all have their own look and like weapons and stuff. It's not just one sprite palette swapped. They're laying there like, why didn't you do a speech for us? Well, see, that he was sure that we were gonna lose, I guess. Why would he let us do the fight if he knew we were gonna lose?
I, Shen, will be the one to defeat you.
Brutality's beauty? I don't know, Xian. Boom. Kick you in the face and make you humble.
Yes.
Well, not as humble as hoping she'd be, but if we get a counter here, which I bet we do, resist this.
Damn you.
I am the Shan, and killing my game. Take your life.
Resistant. But what about this sister? She has no weaknesses. She's weak to water. Oh, okay. Interesting to program the enemies with weaknesses that I can't exploit. I guess maybe there's different, maybe upper level others would have gained some skills or something. Alright. It's a risk. But I'm gonna have him do the attack. My hope here... Uh-oh. I certainly hope that that wouldn't happen.
The rest is up to you.
Okay. Okay. Not great, but very fitting if we can pull it off. Ha!
I have danced with the dragons of pain.
Ah, I didn't think that was going to make it all the way to him. Didn't matter, because he's resistant. Okay. Is it wise to do a move? Probably not. And yet. Try one move and then just hope to heck that I get a chance to heal. Oh, so close to taking her down. Hope they don't both get a counter. What happened to your resistance? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Okay. Took a risk. It's paid off. Another area thing. Alright, fine. We'll do the red beam one.
Maybe this one.
I think Ewan can pull this off. I believe in him.
Oh no, you don't.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yes. One down. Well, two down actually. And we stunned the other one. Haha! No, not stunned. She can't move when that red thing's on.
I have danced with the dragons of pain.
It's not gonna do the trick for you. What is she vulnerable to? What? Water. Doesn't matter. Lion's dismissal ought to take us home. And also to push her away. She's done.
Great.
Was great.
Impressive. You've put on quite a show, Shifu. It has been too long since you faced a proper opponent. Enjoy it, Yi Pei Ko.
I know I shouldn't underestimate this guy because of his age, but I just don't see how this old man could possibly win against an old man and a young man. Oh, his resistance to everything will help him. In that case, great if you could stun him. Feels like probably he's resistant to that thing too. Demon Killer's ambition.
No matchful spirit. You should be honored to die by my hand.
It does. It does seem likely. Oh wow, look at his hit points too. Alright, fine. We were wrong to underestimate this old man, it turns out. Oh, okay, great. Items. Peach Bun. Remove all detrimental status effects and restore the health.
You must stay strong. I'll be okay.
Wow. If only we had the max hit point capacity to really absorb that excellent healing. Alright, give it a shot. Yeah. I didn't think it was super likely we'd get him stunned, but you can always hope. Alright. Front of a ton of options. Alright, come on. Stun him. Against all odds.
Longest journey begins with but a single step.
Nope.
As the tiger rends its foes.
That was poor aim, sir. The vision is the first thing to go. I'm back to underestimating this guy because of his age. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Good damage. He does get the counter.
To the midday moon.
Okay, I can only give that to myself. I guess we do the peach bun again. Yeah, what's the point? You don't need 5 mega elixirs in your inventory while you watch the end credits. You gotta use them. I have a buddy who's a very practical guy in a lot of ways. And I had played through all of Dark Souls 1, and I was playing Dark Souls 2 for the first time. And he came over, and he had never seen me playing Dark Souls, but he saw me playing Dark Souls 2. And I was looking at my inventory, and he just asked me, like, what do all these souls items do? And I was like, oh, you can use them, and they give you a bunch of souls. But I just, like, you know, I always figure, like, I should save them for when I need them, you know, because I can get souls just by winning fights. And he was like, what did you do in the first game? I was like, I ended the game with just tons of these consumable items that would have given me souls. And he was like, yeah, just use these items, man. Totally changed the game for me. I want to do damage to this guy. Like, it'd be great to stun him, but the stunning has not been working. And you can't get any more stunned than dead, as the saying goes. It certainly is a wise training technique to cultivate resistance to every form of martial arts attack. Alright, we're not gonna finish him off in a burst here. You know what? I'll use a pork bun if I have to. Double dismissed. The nice thing, I guess, with the lion's dismissal... Oh, except he's up against the wall there. Oh, it didn't matter. I was going to say, hopefully it avoids being in his counterattack range. But it didn't knock him back, but then he also didn't counter, so... Happy ending, I suppose. Alright. Just being extremely dismissive now of this old man. One more round of this and he's done. Okay. I don't know why he just opted not to successfully fill his bar up and do an attack for that last little bit, but I'm glad.
Masali! Great!
There it is. In the power gaming mode, you can, when you recognize you're only actually going to get to keep one of these disciples in Act 3, you pour it all into Yun, and then when you go to, when you're fighting the sisters, you can actually do the Ice Brand's Bite. Alright. This is it. Oh, of course.
Forgive me, but I neglected to introduce Soju and Menju, my elite guard, trained assassins who shadow my every step. I dare say they would have a fighting chance against me were they to grow ambitious. Thus do I keep them close, that I must remain on guard every moment. We of the Indomitable Fist Eschew such things as trust and camaraderie. For sentiment is the enemy of strength. Attachments bind lesser men and prevent them from attaining true power.
Take a look around this room, sir.
Yun,
Stained deeply with the
our
blood of
handled assassins,
all the rest of your people.
and you, my disciple. You will fight O.D. Wan Li.
Me? One-on-one?
Li's intent from the first has been to wear us down, bit by bit. He knows my strengths will not last, but he does not know your potential. Remember, your comrades laid to rest atop Mount Aspiration, and my final gift to you, my final teaching. Every breath carefully drawn.
I don't know if this flashback was
Every
necessary.
moment subtle and sudden.
I remember this teaching very distinctly.
The culmination of my life and my
It was
art,
like 35 minutes ago.
with mind's eye, an open heart. Mark well and learn.
Yeah, I have a little more confidence in your student, Shifu. Ah, you know what, though? He's an old man himself. Maybe he's the one who's like, I did teach you that technique, right? You remember, right? That did happen. That wasn't a dream.
I remember. Shifu.
Yeah, no shit. Okay.
So, rather than fight me yourself, you send this child in your place? I expected an old fool, but an old coward. Huh.
You've always had faith in me, Shifu. Today, I repay that faith!
So tell me, child, are you so eager to die?
I respect the decision they made here, with not trying to make the villain seem even a little bit cool or impressive.
What's this?
Lei Hong. Lend me your courage! Our Shifu's greatest secret!
A desperate bluff.
Heavenly Peaks descent!
I gotta say, at the point that much, like, shy energy is just whirling around my opponent, I don't know that I would be dismissing it as a bluff. Then again, maybe if I was 25 feet tall, I would just have a natural arrogance about me. I don't know. I can't relate to that at all. Damage. Massive. Not even a charge up? I guess we should go for it. It still seems like something we should build to, though, just narratively. I don't know. This might just be like a gimmick fight. Just do the move and win. But we just got this Ice Brand's fight.
I'll freeze you in your tracks!
Don't worry. Your Shifu will join you soon after.
Of course!
Well, well.
Alright, let's try it. Heavenly Peaks Descent.
Yeah! Shifu's secret technique conquers all!
You proved a better challenge than I thought. You cannot escape the dragon's fury. And
Okay.
now, to deal with your Shifu.
Huh.
And so it was that the Shifu and his art faded from memory.
Yeah.
Were forever lost.
But I'm glad that, I mean, there's going to be a cool and extremely sad game over screen. I'm glad we got to see it. I will say, it's more than I expected from Mr. Udiwan Lee to have his goons bury us in next to the other students and put the headstones up. Okay, jeez. What's the strategy? I mean, the strategy is don't get hit by that move. And don't waste any time playing around with the ice breath move.
Forgive me, but I neglect.
We'll just cut to the chase here. Okay. Let's hit him with it from as far over here as possible. I gotta pay more attention to the shape if he does that thing a second time. Oh, wait. Wait. I think I get it. Hold on.
You proved a better
Yeah.
challenge than I thought.
Alright. Yes. This makes sense now. You can't use that move until it's actually gonna beat him. Oh, wait. Never mind. We're still in it to win it.
Maybe this one.
It would be just outrageous if this actually stunned him. Can't do the Heavenly Peaks Ascent again. Although hopefully that means also that he can't do the revenge move again. Nope. But I've got my evade and stuff up. I survived. Alright. Don't know why I'm holding on to the pork bun like this isn't the last fight here. Nah. Get the stat boost and such. Come on, stun him.
I see what your master saw in you.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Let's see what this guy knows about hardship. Nice. Rabid Wolf's Rage. Just don't immediately do the Mad Dragon's Vengeance and it's all good. Okay, okay. Well, yes, we'll use an item. Ah, heard so much about how good these soup dumplings are.
Maybe this one.
Delicious. Alright. With his own technique, devised himself, the Shifu could not teach him this, for he does not have it in his own repertoire. Can he finish him off? Heck yes he can. Nice.
This cannot be.
Boom, boom. Yes. Oh no. Shifu.
Bested by this weakling.
Oh. Oh, the gong. It's gonna make the gong sound. Perfect.
Shifu! Yun, I'm so proud of you. You've become so strong. Stronger than I dared hope.
But Shifu, I still have so much to learn.
And you must learn it on your own, or it's inside you or some shit.
I have faith that our art will endure for generations to come. Preserved and protected by you, my worthy successor.
No, Shifu, don't! You can't leave me now!
Listen, I am old. Too old. That I have lived so long is a miracle indeed. In guiding you on this path, I found renewed purpose for a time. Yun, you are a kind and loving young man, with a purity of spirit that shines through in your every word and deed. If you take but one thing to heart, then let it be this. Trust in yourself. Yours is a righteous soul.
I will remember your words, Shifu.
Well then, it's time for me to go and tell Hong and Lei just how much you've grown.
Shifu? Shifu!
Certainly in terms of emotional impact, that's the best story so far. But the storytelling is just excellent all around. Haha, yes.
Shifu. Today I finally managed to split the Great Boulder. However, I know I still have much to learn. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever be as wise or as skilled as you were. Or if I can fulfill your dying wish. But I must cast all doubt from my mind. And train until I master our art. Lei, Hong, Shifu. This I promise you all. I will carry on our legacy.
I thought he was going to take a
I
flying
will be
leap
the
from the
Shifu.
cliff. Final Fantasy VI flashbacks for a second. Well, wow. That was excellent. Utterly bizarre to me, as I've said, that story didn't stick with me. Because that's a well done story. Tight 3-act structure. Paints in the characters very quickly and effectively so that then when it kills two of them, you care. I don't think, like I said, I don't think had I known that I was choosing who would live and who would die, that Yoon would have been the one that I was most interested in keeping around. But I do think that, like, if this was a film, it would make the most sense that his character arc be the one that carries on. Must be difficult to stealthily build your secret martial arts school in the forest, a solid like 2 kilometers at the most from the nearest village. Like the largest structure in the region, hidden in the bamboo forest. Happier times. Sepia tone. Whew, well, awesome. This was excellent. I hope we do get a post-credit stinger that Yoon has set up shop in the fancy school. At the same time, maybe it would be more thematically appropriate if he restored the ruined, more humble school for teaching his future students. Hopefully he doesn't wait until he's almost going to die of old age before he starts training successors. Feels like the Earthen Heart School of Kung Fu could definitely have a better growth strategy than we pass it on at the very last moment. Legacy preserved. Oh well. Would have been nice to get the stinger of him with his own students, but that was quite something. I'm impressed. Alright, now we have 4 stories left. And they're not going, like, I don't remember any of them beat for beat. But I remember them all more clearly than I remembered Imperial China. So what do we got left? Twilight of Edo Japan, Stealth Ninja Story, The Distant Future, a scary sci-fi horror murder mystery thing with minimal combat, the Prehistoric Era. I don't remember what the like driving plot is here. I know the early incident is just about like learning to hunt or something like that. I don't remember what goal emerges. Maybe does little green hair have like a caveman rival? I guess I'll find out soon enough. Fighting game. Dude fights 7 fights. Maybe after this first fights, there's a like the ones you choose from a menu. Probably a last one, the champ, or something like that. Cool. Awesome. And then the game's over, or is it? Bum, bum, bum. Nice. Okay. What I would like to do is roll a die, pick one, and plow on forward. However, I'm pretty hungry. There's a pay-per-view on tonight. And also, we said we were going to rearrange the furniture in the living room before the pay-per-view. So, gotta get started on that. So I gotta shut it down here for today. But hey, I mean, one story, start to finish, is a reasonable chunk of the game, so that's good. And we'll, next time, either someone will tell me which one to do, or I'll just roll a d4 and pick one. Awesome. Okay, so what else happens around here at 58 Dream Street? Well, let me tell you. On Sundays, I've been playing Ultima 7 The Black Gate. Tomorrow, that's what I'm going to do. So things are picking up. Not only because I've got more plot goals. What we're doing now is we're going to head back through Minnock, but then further eastward, try to get to the mining town of Vesper. Because for some reason, Lord British, who has given us his ship, has his ship moored in some industrial town instead of just in the port at Britannia in Britain. So we got to get there to get the ship, so we can go to, among other places, Moonglow and New Magintia and the Buccaneer's Den. Those are our three, I think, immediate leads. And maybe Jalome was a play too. Maybe that's where Elizabeth... Anyway, we got to hit the high seas. So we got to get to that ship. That's going to be the goal tomorrow. The other way in which it's picking up is that the game, in addition to its broken combat and messy inventory management, has really underwhelming, but in a beneficial way, I guess, character development, where you just gain levels at a really, really quick rate. Like, I'm pretty early in the game. We're all already level 6. I don't think this game keeps the usual Ultima 8 level cap, but anyway, I mean, we're gaining levels very quickly, which is good, because the combat sucks. So I want to be as powerful as possible to just win those combats. And the fun part, the heart of any Ultima, going around and talking to Britannians and solving puzzles, is still great. So I'm looking forward to more of that tomorrow. Tuesday evening, stars align. My buddy Greg will come over, and we're going to dive into the Capcom CP Arcade System line of beat-em-ups. The most famous one of those probably being Final Fight, but it's also going to include a game called Dynasty Wars, which is a Romance of the Three Kingdoms beat-em-up that is in no way affiliated with the famous Dynasty Warriors series. And then there's future ones with robots, and there's fantasy ones with swords and dragons and goblins. They did not just stick to the Urban Decay milieu for their beat-em-ups. They went all over the place. Although we also get lots of Urban Decay and Final Fight. And then come Friday, hopefully, stars align, me and my friends will play some Gloomhaven. Specifically the Forgotten Circles expansion, which we're really hoping to close off before Frosthaven arrives, and that's going to be pretty soon. There's only 2 scenarios left. So a lot depends on whether we can beat them on the first try. I don't know. We'll see. And then we're back Saturday when we play more Live Alive. So that's it. If you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around. If you came and you left, you can't hear my voice. I'm still glad that you came though, so thank you. Yeah. Until the next time. That we're all in the same period of history here. Together. On the same tactical grid. Take care of yourselves. And be kind to everyone you meet.